We often think we know the people closest to us, especially the ones we share our lives with. Our spouses, best friends, those we trust most. We assume that after years together we understand every little thing about them. Their habits, quirks, the way they laugh, the foods they love, the music that makes them feel alive. Feels like we know them as well as we know ourselves. That's how I felt about Rachel, my wife, my best friend, the woman who was my rock for 8 years. I thought she was my other half, someone I could read like an open book. Rachel was easy to understand. She was familiar, predictable. Every morning she made her coffee, smiled her soft, sleepy smile, and helped me get ready for work. I could tell when something was bothering her just by looking at her face, and I always knew the little things that made her happy or sad. She even cried in secret when she watched sad movies, hiding in our bedroom, face buried in a pillow, sobbing quietly. I'd always thought Rachel wore her emotions on her sleeve. She was so open, so easy to love. But then, one morning everything changed. It was subtle at first, a small shift I couldn't place. She became distant, colder. I noticed the worry lines etched deeper in her face, the way her body tensed as if she were carrying a burden I couldn't see. She seemed distracted, like someone else, someone unfamiliar. The first sign came in the kitchen. She was making coffee as usual, but this time her hands shook and she dropped the spoon. Sugar spilled everywhere. Her frustration flared. "Rachel, you okay?" I asked, stepping into the kitchen. "It's nothing, Sam. Just dropped a spoon," she muttered, kneeling down to grab it. But it wasn't just a spoon. It was the way she brushed it off like it was nothing, even though I could see how much it irritated her. I teased her lightly, trying to lighten the mood. "Yeah, and half the sugar too. Trying to make friends with the cockroaches." But she snapped back. "Would you cut it out? That's the dumbest joke I've heard all week." She brushed the spilled sugar away and, still searching for the spoon, barked at me. "Why don't you pick up your socks from all over the apartment, Sam?" I stood there, momentarily stunned by the tension in her voice. She wasn't herself. As I left for work, I couldn't shake the odd feeling gnawing at me. I'd never seen Rachel act this way. It bugged me, but I didn't say anything, just kept pushing through my day. At lunch, I pretended to be sick and came home early, hoping to catch a glimpse of the Rachel I knew. But when I walked in, I nearly bumped into her. "What are you doing home?" I asked, surprised. She looked different. She was dressed in a short black dress, her hair styled and makeup flawless. "Not Rachel. I'm not obligated to work every day," she shrugged, slipping into a new pair of shiny high heels. Rachel. High heels. Makeup. These were things I'd never seen her wear. Rachel hated heels, never cared for makeup. She dressed in loose, neutral colors, usually barefaced, effortlessly beautiful without trying. This was a complete 180. "You okay?" I asked again, trying to make sense of it all. Her response didn't help. "I had a stomach ache earlier, so I saw the gynecologist. Then, one of my coworkers is having a birthday party tonight." "What's the big deal?" My mind raced. It was strange. She never dressed up, especially for a work event. I'd never known her to care much about looking perfect. So why today? Didn't add up. Later that night, I found Rachel passed out in her dress, drunk as a skunk, and something else was off. Her phone buzzed. I picked it up, planning to silence it, but I noticed a text from someone named Olivia. My curiosity got the best of me, and I unlocked her phone. Her conversations were odd, incomplete, and most of the thread with Olivia was wiped. I couldn't make sense of it. And then, another message came in from Olivia at 3 a.m. "Are you still up?" My blood ran cold. I didn't know who Olivia was. Rachel always shortened names, so why the full name? My mind raced. I ran the number through a third-party app. What I found left me breathless. The name wasn't Olivia at all. It was Oliver, a man she'd been texting for weeks. The realization hit me like a ton of bricks. The next morning, everything unraveled. I confronted her, and at first, she lied. She covered her tracks, tried to explain, but it was clear she couldn't keep up the act. The woman I thought I knew so well wasn't who I thought she was. It wasn't just the affair. It was the lies. The deception. The years of trust shattered in an instant. "Rachel," I said, my voice breaking. "You slept with him, didn't you?" Her voice trembled, and for a moment, I saw the woman I once knew. She reached for me, desperate. "Please, Sam. I never wanted this. I was just trying to be part of something. I wanted excitement. I wanted something different." I was done listening. Couldn't. There was no point. I had all the answers I needed. I grabbed my things, stormed out of the apartment, and never looked back. The next few months were a blur. I moved in with my brother, filed for divorce, and left everything behind. Rachel tried to reach out, but it was too late. She'd already destroyed what we had. I didn't want her back. She had never been the person I thought she was. Years passed. I remarried, had a daughter, and lived a life that was far better than the one I had with Rachel. Then one day I heard the rumors. Rachel never remarried, her life spiraled. She'd been caught in a scandal, and Oliver's wife had made sure she paid for what she did. But by then I couldn't have cared less. The past was the past. And in the end I realized how little we really know about the people we live with, even those we love the most.